everybody. My name is Lorenzo. Today I'm going to present on the Huichol tribe. How many of you have wondered where your family is from? Or not where they're from, like not from LA, but you know, where's the first from your family that settled here? If you really think about it, everyone, like most people, aren't really from the United States. The only people that can really say they're from the Americas is Native Americans. My grandfather, he's part of the Huichol tribe. They are descendants from the Aztecs. Today I'm going to explain where, like, today I'm going to explain where my family comes from and their indigenous ways. And I'm also going to talk about their language and their art and finalize with the modern Huichol is today. My family is from, the region is Nayarit. There's four countries: Nayarit, Jalisco, Zacatecas, and one on the corner is Durango. They live with populations of rounding from 100 to like 200, 300, but they all live in small towns. They have no TV, they have no phones. The form of transportation are horses, donkeys. Until recently they started using trucks, but that's only when they're first going into the village, and then after that they have to use horses because the terrain isn't good enough for them to go on a vehicle. To travel to the closest store, they had to travel first on horse for about 1 hour, then have to cross a lake, takes about 2 hours, and then go all the way down to the nearest city, which is called Tepic. So they had to obviously grow their own food because they didn't have any form to go to the city to buy food. So their crops are beans, corn, squash, plums, pineapples in the summer. I was there last summer. I was there for the whole summer actually, and when I was there they had pineapples. But they spend most of their time with their main plantation, which is tobacco. It's usually harvested annually. When the plant is ready, what they do, the plant is about a foot high. What they do is cut it. Some people take out individual leaves and hang them in the curing barn, they call them, and others just hang the whole plant so they can dry out. And what this one right here is doing is she's pulling off strings of the tobacco. They start working in the fields as early as 7 years old, like when they can start walking and doing things. They mainly gather children. They gather or they feed animals, and once they get into their teens, they start hunting. They speak a Uto-Aztecan language, which is just a family of Indian American languages, but specifically it's called the Corrachol branch. So one is Zevi, you can see water is ha, that's it. And in their language is called Huira Rica. The X is pronounced as a R. Now I'm going to talk about their art. Huicholes use yarn and beads, not like other tribes where you use clay or stone or things like that. They have bracelets, keychains, and even a vehicle. This was in Brooklyn. It was a street art gallery, and this Huichol decorated a whole Volkswagen. Um, Going back to one of the first picture I had, you can see this is their attire. Um, now the ones that live in the city don't really wear the hats, and they usually wear casual clothes, but a lot of them really use those bags. Like that's what the Huicholes are known for. And the colors and symbols they translate meanings to communicate with their gods. Um, Nowadays, when you go into the city, Huicholes are around selling their crafts. That's the main thing that they do now for money. Well, the ones that live in the city, and this is a ritual ceremony. As you can see, some people wear casual clothes while others wear the full attire of the Huichol. And well, today I talked about how my family, how my family, how my family comes from, and the way they used to live, and their language, and their artwork. So I really encourage you guys to really find out where your family came from, and hopefully visit. Because yeah, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity where you could like be with people, and not have technology around you, and just